initiatives.
Thank you. Can we have one more, Modibi?
No.
Okay, you're still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you made another comment, which I found very interesting from an expert. I think you are talking about alcohol, that actually that one should be taxed every year. All people we've heard from, they've been insisting on a stable tax, actually complaining that we have these tax bills every year, which makes it risky investing in Uganda. Doesn't that undermine all your other comment that probably you are not well informed as an expert? And then the last point on Pujagali, my good friend Issa Sekito. Now, you are complaining about the higher cost, the high cost of tariffs. Unfortunately, the Ministry of Finance is saying that that's what it is trying to cure. It is trying to bring the power down for you. So, although you were very persuasive from the side of the traders, you did not comment on that argument that actually, if we do the exemption, it will help to bring the tariffs down. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Chair. Chair, there's a rejoinder. Can you do it quickly, Honorable Goli? Thank you.
It is what Siatini had mentioned about packaging, and they gave an example that we are packaging coffee using banana leaves. So I don't know whether he's insinuating that we should do our packaging of most of the items using banana leaves.
Thank you. Honorable Mudibi?
Yeah, Chair, I sympathize with the tenants who are paying high tariffs in form of electricity. But we have Landlord Tenant Act 2022, Mr. Why can't you, the rights of a tenant? You see what's happening, honorable members. There is a cartel of few landlords in town, especially this Kampala area. They don't allow tenants to install meters, their own personal meters. Say you take space, I pay. That's the challenge. If they allow the tenants, you say, I'm paying rent, I'll be responsible, they may install. They don't allow. That's how they cheat them. It's not a question of saying there are no meters. Meters are available in the country. But these are stubborn guys who want to cheat. So really, take note of the Tenant Landlord Act and the rights of tenants. Then you take them on. Second, you raise the issue of varying tax rates. It is true, and I've even raised this over and again. I come from a border area. Wheat flour in Kenya is cheaper than in Uganda. A carton of wheat flour of 12 packets in Kenya, if you bring it to Uganda, like in my place there, it costs 58,000. But Uganda is 73,000. Why can't I buy from
Kenya?
Because Kenya, they are paying VAT, because they also import wheat from the same source at 16%. It's very right. Soda. Look at the cooking oil. As you increase tax for us, the border will go to Kenya to buy cooking oil. And many others. I've raised this, but you say, the minister the other day told me, how many commodities are you talking about? But they have effect. So they are really right, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any honorable member who hasn't asked a question? I just have two observations. Chair, I don't know whether you have something. I'll finish and give it to you. I would want to agree with the Honorable Goli that apart from inviting UEDCL, we actually also need to invite the Uganda Electricity Regulatory Authority. Those ones are the ones who give the rates. give the rates for collection. Now, if the rates they tell us now for manufacturing is, I think $5.7 per kilowatt hour, cents per kilowatt hours. Now, for home use and downtown, even if it is up, it's relatively small. So it can't go beyond 2,500 or 3,000 shillings per kilowatt hours. I think this matter must be investigated. It's just simply unacceptable. So I think as a committee, we'll see how best we can meet them, because we need to solve this problem. Then the second one is on IFRI's limits. You're saying the 250 million is not enough, should go to 500. The question is, because the battle, committee members, the battle that the traders down there have had with URA was the implementation of IFRIs. I would want to hear from the chairman whether the issue of IFRIs is no longer an issue, because the question was this and that, people were hiding, were holding cash and things like that. Would want to believe that you are now talking about in terms of where the haircut should be, other than IFRIs is a bad thing. So I want to hear from the chairman that we no longer have issues relating to those. That said, so can we have your quick response to the issues raised by committee members? Please be spot on so that we can save time. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, my brother asked about the Congolese, Kenyans, and of late Tanzanian, even Rwanda and Burundi used to park their buses. You full cap it by 2 p.m., 3 p.m., wholesalers will be closing business and counting dollars. So Uganda had created the Dubai office zone in Kampala. As a landlocked country, we had become landlinked.
Lastly, Secretary General,